In Salt Lake City, Utah, the stage is set for tonight's U.S. vice presidential debate. At the White House, President Trump, who has COVID-19, broke self-isolation rules today and went to the Oval Office. He also released a video claiming he is cured and claiming he has authorized the use of Regeneron, a drug he took that has not been approved for use except in clinical trials and on compassionate grounds.
I think this was a blessing from God that I caught it. This was a blessing in disguise. I caught it. I heard about this drug. I said, let me take it. It was my suggestion. I said, let me take it. And it was incredible the way it worked. Incredible.
He's not a doctor. He can't authorize the use of drugs, and there is no cure. As Jackson Proskow reports, President Trump is leaving millions of Americans affected by the pandemic wondering if they'll get federal aid.
Stuck in isolation inside the White House, the president spent the day rage tweeting before returning to the Oval Office, despite the risk of infecting West Wing staff.
He wanted to go to the Oval yesterday. If he decides to go to the Oval, we've got safety protocols there.
Less than 4 weeks from Election Day, the pandemic is the defining issue of the campaign, with case numbers high and millions of Americans unsure of whether they'll get government support after Trump called off negotiations with Democrats for a bailout. The economy is teetering.
Too little support would lead to a weak recovery, creating unnecessary hardship for households and businesses.
Tonight, the virus will be in clear view as vice presidential candidates Mike Pence and Kamala Harris sit down to debate from behind plexiglass.
Having Trump out of the hospital doesn't mean the end of the discussion about how they've mishandled the coronavirus.
Both VP candidates face extra scrutiny, with the current 74-year-old president sick and his rival, 77-year-old Joe Biden, on track to be the oldest incoming president in history if elected.
Now we have two very senior people running for president, and I think there's a real focus on the vice president in a way that we've never seen before.
Pence and Harris are vastly different from the men at the top of the ticket, but are set to tackle the same issues that defined the first presidential debate, knowing full well voters may be looking for reassurance at a time of unprecedented uncertainty. Jackson Proskow, Global News, Washington.